All right, friends. My name is Leanne, and if you are here, hopefully it's because you clicked the video that says how to do a roundhouse kick. We're going to talk about this, but before we do, I want to make sure you know if you have other questions about clocked, especially the signature 8, so jabs, crosses, hook, uppercuts, side kicks, roundhouses, back kicks, front kicks, you make sure to explore all the other videos in this channel so that you can learn and grow and get better at clocked hopefully and feel more confident. These are meant to boost your confidence and think of it as a little check-in, an opportunity for you to grade yourself and see where you stack up in terms of form and technique. So as you're watching this, ask yourself, am I doing these things correctly? Am I at risk of hurting myself? I'm going to cover that here. So let's talk about what a roundhouse is. You will do a roundhouse kick in every single warm-up in clocked. It looks like this. Now, you'll often hear us talk about a roundhouse kick as a flicking kick, as in little flick, little slap, little backhand. That is because when we are doing a roundhouse kick, we're thinking about kicking an object off of a really tall table. I want you to think about it that way. If you've taken my classes, you've heard me use this visual a lot. I want you to think of a really tall table that's, about the same height as you. Let's just do that. A table that's about as high as you, and on top of that table, there is a bottle of water. Okay? You're trying to kick that bottle of water off the table this way. So if the water's there, I'm going to, right? And notice, my foot wasn't as high, but that's okay. I don't want y'all to get mixed up in thinking that your kick has to be super high. It doesn't. It's really about the angle of the kick and what muscles you are using to power the kick. In a video also in this channel, we talked about side kicks. So where a side kick is a glute-driven pushing kick, it's a little lower. A roundhouse should be a little bit higher. Still doesn't mean it has to be like to the sky, all right? You do not have to do Dallas Cowboys or Rockettes here. Your flexibility over time will increase and you'll be able to get the kick higher. It's about the angle and what muscle you're using. Side kick, we're using glute and we're pushing with a flat foot. Roundhouse, we are flicking and we are using more of our quad. That doesn't mean you're going to feel the quad burning. It just means when you're doing a side kick, you should feel your butt more. When you're doing a roundhouse kick, you might feel it in your quad a little bit, but you shouldn't feel it in your butt as much as you do as when you do a side kick. So for a roundhouse, looks like this. Again, just to show you, bottle of water right here. I'm trying to use the front of my foot, kick it off towards the mirror. I want you to notice as I'm doing this, starting at the bottom of my left leg, look at the position of my left foot. Is it pointed forward or is it turned out? Look at my left knee. Is it bent or is it straight? Look at my torso. Is it upright here or is it leaning to the opposite direction that I'm kicking? Look at my right knee. Is it facing up towards the ceiling or is it pointed towards the mirror? Let me slow down. Here. Where is my knee pointed? It is not pointed up. It is pointed to the mirror. Shoelaces are also pointed to the mirror. Those are the checkpoints that I want you to use to ensure that you're doing a proper kick. Why? We want the left foot to be turned out and we want the knee bent. If your foot is not turned out, but your knee is bent, you're going to lean this way and try to kick, and you're going to feel some restriction or pain even in that left knee. The most common injuries in kickboxing style classes are always shoulders, elbows, hips, and knees. Knees for kicks, and it's because people either lock them out or they don't turn their toe out. Your knee and your toe need to be pointed outward on a side kick and a roundhouse kick. So right here. I want you to lean to your left. You can have both arms in like this. This is going to be your most advanced version. But if you're just starting out, keep your left hand on your quad. It should look like you're holding half of a plie squat. So here's a plie squat. Right there, okay? Notice I'm also not bobbing up and down. I am staying leaning over here. All right, so toe turned out, knee bent, flicking kick. Think of that bottle of water. You're trying to kick it off of a tall table. That is a roundhouse kick.